Yo, yo, yo. What's up, everybody? Just gonna wait for a couple people to jump in. See if I can share this with some people. Yo, 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 what's up? Just waiting for a couple people to join. We're gonna get started here in a minute. What's up, Tanya? What's up, Brittany? What's up, Joseph? How y'all guys doing tonight? We got a great show. I'm gonna teach a little bit. I'm gonna do a little lesson, and then I'm gonna open up for Q&A. All right. So I got my fancy whiteboard here, and essentially I'm going to be breaking down the manifestation mindset formula that I've created. So we've got the manifestation mindset formula. All right, so this is the formula that I'm using, and I'm teaching my students on how to manifest their dreams into reality, right? And it's a 6-step formula. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Excuse my handwriting. It's new experience doing this whole whiteboard thing. Okay, so number 1 is we have to be aware. So we have to have awareness of what we want to manifest. What do we want to create? So our desires. What do we desire? And usually, well, always actually, we desire something that we don't have, because if we already had it, it's like you can't want something that you already have. Maybe we desire something more than what we have, or something different than what we have, but it's always something other than what you have right now, because if you had it right now, you wouldn't be desiring it, right? That's the whole point. So we're looking for something different here. Okay? And this doesn't mean that you shouldn't have gratitude for what you have right now. Gratitude is super important, right? We want to be grateful for what we have right now, but we also want to have dreams and desires and goals for something different. So yes, appreciate what you have right now, but when you have an awareness that you have a desire for something different, what you need is change. Because you can't keep doing the same thing and expecting different results. You want something different, you have a desire, you need to change. Okay, so once you realize what you want and you realize you need to change, you need to have a willingness, which is number 2. Willingness to change. Okay, so you have to be willing to change. That's the first step. It's not going to get you results, but it's the first step, right? So you know you need to change, you have a willingness to change, and then you need to set your intentions. Set intentions on changing. So the difference between knowing you need to change, being willing to change, and having your intentions to change is, here you're saying there's something I need to change. Here you're saying, yeah, I'd be willing to try that. And here you're saying, I'm actually going to do it. I'm going to verbally commit to doing this thing. Okay? So that's the first step, setting your intentions, verbally committing, maybe telling somebody else you're going to do it, telling yourself you're going to do it, making a commitment that, I'll write commitment here. Commitment. Making a commitment to change. Okay? And now this is just empty promises. These are just words at this point. So we're going to need to come up with a plan. So planning. And particularly an action plan. Because the only way we're going to get results, right, is if we take action. But we have to know what we're going to take action on. So we have to have a plan. We have to create an action plan. As soon as we have an action plan, the whole idea here is that we take action. Okay? Now, before this, here, this is all talk. Right? Here, this is where you do. So, manifesting, a lot of times people think that it's all talk because the only thing they're doing is in this top 3 section. They know they need a change. They tell themselves they're going to change. They plan on changing, but they're just words. They're just talking. They're not doing anything. So this is why the last 3 steps are super important. You have to start with action, and not only action one time, but disciplined action consistently. Disciplined action consistently. So you have to repeatedly take that same action over and over and over until you get the desired result. If you just do something once or a couple times or for a week and you think that you're going to get the desired result, but it really takes a year or 2 years, that's not going to get you there, right? You have to be willing to take disciplined action consistently over a period of time that justifies the goal, right? That justifies the goal. And then inevitably, life doesn't always go to plan, right? And so we're going to have blockages. That's number 5, blockages. And the blockages are what's going to come and disrupt our action plan and prevent us from taking action consistently. And we're basically going to go back and forth between blockages and planning again. Okay, so now we're experiencing a blockage. We got to go back to the drawing board, make a new plan, take more action. Oh, another blockage, back to the drawing board, make a new plan, take more action. And eventually, we're going to learn a lesson. Okay? And that's going to lead to growth. Lesson and growth. Okay. So everybody looks at blockages as a bad thing. I'm actually thankful for my blockages because they're showing me why I'm not getting to number 6, which is the results. Everybody wants the results, right? Everybody wants the results. That's where we're trying to get to, number 6. But they experience blockages. And instead of learning the lesson so that they can grow, what do? They just quit, right? They say, oh, scratch that. None of this works. I'm going to just go back to square one, right? And when they do that, they cut this awareness and they go into denial. Or they go to justification. Justify. Oh, well, this didn't work because I'm not good enough. Or this didn't work because I'm a failure. Or this didn't work because I don't have enough money. Or I don't have enough time. They try and justify the blockage by using denial instead of learning the lesson and going through the personal growth that they need to get the results. Okay? So the key here is to don't quit. Eventually, if you keep going through these blockages, you keep taking action, and you keep learning the lessons, and you keep growing, and you keep going back to your action plan, and you maintain the willingness to change, and you keep making commitments, right? And you keep taking disciplined action, you're going to get the results. And the results are just a matter of time. You might not get instant results. You might not get results next month or next year. Could be years before you get results. But it's a matter of time. As long as you stick to this formula and you don't go back to denial and justification. So this is the manifestation mindset formula, right? How does this make sense to everybody? I know some of you guys are just jumping on right now, but essentially this is how manifestation works, and this is how I've done it and how I've taught a lot of people. Now, beyond manifestation is good, for all aspects of life, right? But a lot of people feel like they want to manifest more money. This seems like a common theme. People, want to manifest better relationships or more money or, whatever it is, right? But particularly money, people like to manifest money. So here's my money formula, right? There's a few ways that you can make money. You can trade your time for money. Or you can trade your money for money. Investing and working, right? Okay. These are the two ways to make money. At the end of the day, you're working, you're trading your time for money, or you're investing, you're trading your money for money. Now, everybody has to start out here because you start out as a baby, you grow up, you don't have money. You got to start somewhere. You got to start making some money. You got to start trading your time for money. And so we start out here, right? We start out trading our time for money. But eventually, you want to get over here. You want to be trading your money for money. So there's two ways you can do that. You can either work for money and you can save by producing more money than you spend, right? And you can save and save and save, and eventually you save up enough money, and then you bring it over here and you invest it, right? That's one track. Another track is you can use OPM, which is other people's money. Then you can take that over here and you can invest it. These are loans, right? Credit. Now, if you're going to turn your money into money, you need to have an investment. And you need to know what the rate of return on your investment is. Now, there's the high risk, high reward. And there's the low risk, low reward. So you could spend your whole life saving, which is the idea with having a 9-to-5. Maybe you're building up a retirement account for 30 years, and then you can take that savings and you can put it into a low risk, low reward investment, and you might be able to live a mediocre life. This is the average plan for the average person, right? I'm going to work and trade my time for money for 30 years. I'm going to build up a retirement savings account, and I'm going to put it into a low risk, low reward investment that's going to pay me out for the rest of my life. A mediocre salary. Now, what wealthy people do is they kind of do the opposite. They take other people's money, right? They get these loans and they get these lines of credit, and they put it into something that is higher risk, higher reward. Okay? If you're going to accumulate money quickly over a short period of time, you have to take risk, and so you can get a reward. But most people, they want the reward, obviously, but they want low risk. So how do you get low risk and a high reward? That's the whole idea behind disproportionate investments. When you can find something that has a low risk and a high reward, you're getting the benefits of both. Most people, they do low risk and low reward because they don't want to lose their money. And they're afraid if they do high risk, high reward, they're going to lose their money, they're going to end up with nothing, and they would have been better off just saving money. And now they might be in debt that they can't pay, that they have to trade their time for more money to pay off the debt because they made a bad investment. So the whole idea here is you want to trade your money before investing it. If you save money, you want to invest it into knowledge and skills. Okay? You can invest money that you've saved into an investment at a low risk and a low reward, but you're probably not going to make a lot of money because you don't have a lot of money. You can borrow a bunch of money and try and invest in something higher risk with a higher reward, but if you don't have the knowledge and skills to know how to reduce that risk, you're probably going to lose your money because you don't know what you're investing in. So if you spend your money that you save on building knowledge and skills on how to reduce the risk of your investments, then when you do invest, either your own money or other people's money, you can have low risk and a high reward. And when you do that, you can become wealthy very quickly. Okay? So that's really the key, is how do you invest your money into knowledge and skills that's going to lower the risk of your investment to get a higher reward disproportionate to your investment. Okay? So this is the money formula. I hope this is making sense for everybody. Kind of trying to break it down. I know people are jumping in, some people are leaving, some people are coming. So this is the money formula. All right. Now, we also have the mind, and there's the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. And something like 98% of decisions are made subconsciously, 2% maybe are made consciously, right? So the whole idea behind manifesting things effortlessly is you want to have your subconscious mind building habits that create success. Because when you have habits that create success and 98% of your decisions are habits that create success, you're more likely to become successful. The problem is we all have stories in our life. We all have a subconscious programming, right? This is a program. Or stories. We have stories in our subconscious mind, programs that are telling us how to think. And many times they're passed down from generation to generation. And if you have these subconscious stories or programs in your mind that are getting you a certain result that you don't want to get, you have to change these stories or these programs in order to get you the results that you want so you can be successful. And in order to rewire this program or these stories, you need a new program or story, belief, whatever you want to call it. You need something new, because if this program that you have now is not getting you the result that you want, you need something new. You might not know what it is, but you know you need something new, right? And because you only have 2% of your conscious mind, your conscious energy, making these decisions, when you're making a new decision, this is the chances that you have to make a new decision. You have like 1 out of 50 choices are going to be new decisions. And they're going to influence that 98%, but it's going to take time. So as you make this new decision over and over and over and over, it's going to train your subconscious to make those decisions subconsciously, which is essentially a habit. But you have to repeatedly make this new decision over and over and over until the subconscious picks it up, and then you're going to do it automatically. So this is like your identity. So the key to manifestation and creating something is creating a new identity. You have to become a different person, essentially, a different version of yourself. It's not like you're not who you are anymore. On a soul level, you know, you're the same person, but there are characteristics that are no longer serving you. You have to let them go. And then you have to replace them with characteristics that will be serving you in your new mission. So in order to figure that out, you have to know why you're doing what you're doing. What is your purpose? And what is your mission? Why do you want to change? And what are you trying to accomplish? What do you want to do? And your mission is like, what are you actually going to do to make it happen? So why, what, how? Okay? And then once you define why, what you want, and how you're going to do it, you have to take action repeatedly to shift into the subconscious so that it can be automated. Okay? And this is done mostly through emotions. A lot of people want to think that this is a logical process. Like, okay, I'm just going to do my affirmations, right? I'm going to do my affirmations. I'm just going to say them every day. I'm going to talk. And I'm going to keep talking and talking and talking. And then I'm just going to get results. Because I'm just talking, right? But if you're not feeling when you're talking, if you're not attaching the emotions to the why, your why needs to have emotions. You need to feel why you want to do something. You can't just think, oh, I want to do this. It's like you need to have an emotion that's behind it, that's like driving that force of energy as to why you need that. And your purpose should also be connected to your emotions. If you want to do something, you should do it because of an emotion that is so strong in you that you feel like you can't do anything else. Like this, you have to do this. There's no other option. Like you have to be compelled emotionally, right? And your how, your mission, you have to take action, right? So you have to go from talking to doing through your mission, so you can get to the second quadrant of manifestation so you can actually make it happen. Okay? And this takes time. But as you do this, it takes less time. The more you bring it from the 2% over to the 98%, it takes most of the time is going to be at the beginning stages. Right? It's like a chart here. And here's where you're starting. You're spending a bunch of time, you're growing a little bit, and then boom, you're subconscious, and you just take off. So it's exponential. It's not going to work, it's not going to work. Maybe you see a little bit of results, it's not going to work, it's not going to work. Oh, you see a little bit more results, you see a little bit, and then boom, it's your identity. It's just who you are, you just do it automatically. You don't have to think about it anymore. So that's the whole trick of creating subconscious habits. And the manifestation mindset formula and the money formula.